Hi everyone, this is Esoterica again, and this is my lovely mum. Hi. Hello. Today I'm doing the, I don't know, for question and answers, I guess. But I'm kind of interviewing my mum instead. Alright, I did write them down. Okay. My first question was, what perceptions do you have about the goth subculture?
What perceptions? Oh, good. How can they not be good? My daughter is beautiful. Mwah.
Oh, isn't she sweet? I'm lucky to have an awesome mama. Okay, so what was it like having a goth kid?
Quite challenging, especially when she was educated at a Catholic school. She constantly questioned the Bible, and I remember the sisters actually calling me in one day and saying that they were wondering what we were teaching our daughter, as far as religion goes. And I said, well, what do you mean? She said, well, we were talking about hell and people who are naughty and who are bad will actually go to hell. This absolutely terrified Stasi anyway, but she did turn around and say, well, if God is a forgiving God, why is there a hell? And, they couldn't answer that. So they came to me and said, you obviously must be teaching her something wrong. I said, no, good. I think she should question the Bible. I think she should question her beliefs. Well, that didn't go down very well.
And it's a good thing because, having you and having, a parent who was, supportive of my own, understanding and I guess, my own questioning really helped me in society, learn who I was and learn not to just be a sheep. And I think a lot of goth people obviously out there are very much into self-belief and understanding who they are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's very important. As a parent, I made the conscious decision that if a child of mine was ever to express herself, she was to do so. And in every way, any way, shape or form, regardless of what her beliefs were. I love her and I love her unconditionally, regardless of what her beliefs are and what she looks like on the outside. That's nothing. It's all to do with the heart and soul.
See, isn't that cool? Okay, have you had any negative experiences with having a goth kid?
Oh, constantly. What are you doing? What sort of demon child are you raising?
Again.
Aren't you concerned that, she'll go and, bite heads off kittens and sacrifice animals?
Kittens are yummy.
Yeah, I said, well, especially with a bit of salt and a few spuds on the side. But it's not like that at all. Ignorance is such a dangerous thing. You've got to educate people. If they say things to you, just rest assured. I say, my child is fantastic. She doesn't take drugs. She does not smoke. She has absolute love for animals and respect. Very, very respectful child. Now, only this morning she went and visited her nana, who's been sick.
That's it. Straight edge. I've been straight edge for 8 years. And I've been vegetarian since I was 14.
14,
God,
yes. Yes. I remember when you announced it, I thought, oh, this is going to last 6 months. No, it has. It's lasted a while.
Okay. What was your reaction? I think you've already kind of answered this, but what was your reaction to me becoming goth and saying, oh, I'm going to wear dog collars now, Mum?
I had no problems. We used to go shop for dog collars together.
We did. Back in the day, there wasn't really any goth shops here in Adelaide. We're from Australia, so
it was a pet store.
It was a pet shop. I still wear kitty collars.
Kitty collars, yeah, and used to jingle with the bell and stuff, and yeah, absolutely. So I always encouraged her to express herself. It's just an expression. You've got to let your children be who they are. Don't stunt their growth. Don't stunt their happiness, their emotional growth. It's important that they find their place, and they will.
And it's usually, it's important to not be squashed And I think that's a big part of just the evolution of the person, full stop. Okay, do you think being goth is being a part of a cult?
No, absolutely not. I think perhaps, I think being a goth is personal to every single person. I don't think it's something that everyone subscribes to. You must all wear, black boots, blah, blah. I think it's just an expression, and it means something different to the individual. It's a very individual thing.
The reason I asked that was because only a couple of days ago I met this awesome mum in the city who had a teen who was a goth, and her dad was like completely concerned that she's in like some weird cult. And
well, your father was the same.
Yeah. He's total duh.
Yeah, absolutely. Just didn't understand, and was worried about what people thought and what people said. Well, I wouldn't care.
Okay, what do you think being goth... Oh, sorry. Do you think being a goth is a gateway to, like, being a negative person and being into drugs and being into, self-harm and all that kind of thing?
No, I totally disagree. A lot of people, I guess, if they've got absolute issues with depression, I think if they're a sociopath, they're going to be a sociopath regardless of whether they're Gothic or not. There's a lot of people that aren't Gothic and absolutely cause some atrocious things to other people. So, no, it's not. Being Goth is an expression, and it's a lifestyle. I just can't stress enough. It's important that you as a parent try and understand and give them the space to grow, and just be there. I think that's important too. Just be there for them. If they've got any questions, if they're feeling a certain way, just be there. Always have that communication open with your kids or your child. Always. That's so important.
It is. And for me, like, I don't think I would be able to be like freely as artistic and as happy as I am as an adult now if I didn't have that support network, and I'm very, very blessed to have that support network. I think people think when like a perception or stereotypical kind of view is that the moment you express something that's a bit different or a bit darker, they automatically assume that it's a mental health issue or that you're like worshipping Satan or something.
And that's just ignorance. People just don't understand. They just don't understand. But that's society in general. Something or someone different, they don't understand. And I think it's fear. I think it's just fear that brings up all this type of negativity towards people, especially with the Gothic culture. I said something because every opportunity I get, if I'm walking down the street and I see a young goth or someone, even alternative, I'll stop and say, "You are absolutely beautiful. Continue doing what you're doing. It's just shine." And
socially speaking, did you have any fears or concerns the fact that I was goth?
At first I did. Not concerned about Stasi, but what other people would do. Because she looks so different, there's always bullies, there's always cowards out there that want to, intimidate and upset, but I found out that she could look after herself quite well, thank you very much.
I remember an instance where we were walking in, what's the high street? It's the high street of high streets here in South Australia. And there was people like saying things in Italian about me. And we're Italian, but they were saying it in Italian. They're being really derogatory and horrible. And Mum like answered, returned fire in Italian, and the look on their faces was that was fucking priceless. It was the best. So that's what I say. Like, if you've got haters, seriously, go at them with love, and fuck them. Seriously, shine brighter than them. They're just like freaked out that you're so cool. Seriously, that's it. Okay, what do you think about goth music?
Oh, I love goth music. We used to go to the Proscenium, the goth club
She used to come with me to the goth club here.
And she used to do my hair, and I used to look like Robert Smith from The Cure.
I totally had a crush on Robert Smith when I was young.
Yeah, absolutely.
I loved him. He's still sexy for an old guy. Don't shoot me. He is old though. Now he is.
Goth music is excellent. Yeah. A lot of the goth music was around in the 80s perhaps.
Yeah.
So it was a fantastic time. I loved it. Yeah, good music.
See, that's
better than that rap stuff that's around now.
Yeah, no, we don't do rap here.
Or country music. No.
My ears bleed with country music. Okay, do you think that like this type of music, as in bands like Marilyn Manson, 9 Inch Nails, black metal like Cradle of Filth and stuff, is kind of conducive to negative behaviour?
No, it's not. It's not. If you really sit down, I mean, Cradle of Filth was an interesting one. I mean, I learned a lot from Stasi, and sitting down and listening to the lyrics, especially, it just goes to show. Well, a lot of these people have incredible intellects, and their lyrics are really deep. And it's beyond the screaming and it's beyond the grunting. And if you really listen or take in the lyrics, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
you know, even Slipknot and things like that.
Oh,
their lyrics are just fantastic. Yeah. You know,
especially
give it a go. Look at it with an open mind as a parent. Don't just go, oh my God, you know, let's do demon music. It's not demon music. It's an expression.
Like bands like Cradle of Filth, for an example. I know I'm picking on Cradle of Filth because, a lot of their like actual lyrics are very poetry based, and you know it's just like any art form really that, like, and other bands like Marilyn Manson, for example, he's a shock rocker. He does what he does to shock and to sell records. You know, he doesn't go and murder and eat little kittens. He's actually vegan, if you want to know that, if you didn't know that. Manson's vegan now.
I remember seeing it was a very, very long time ago. I remember seeing a special with Cradle of Filth, and a concerned mum followed them around because her daughter was into the black metal, and it was fantastic.
And like Cradle of Filth were like sitting there having cups of tea and stuff with like these mums, and it's like he's totally like, you know,
and I was totally shocked. They expected them to be, you know, slugging down all sorts of spirits and shooting up drugs, and they were just absolutely amazed. So yes.
What do you think the basis of being a Gothic person actually is?
The basis?
Well, like, what's the fundamental thing that you think that makes a Gothic person? Like,
I think it could be a number of things. But I think you either are or you aren't. I think you're either born with that beautiful darkness, or you're not. I think that's probably it. Look, there's a lot of kids out there that all, you know, dress and then they go, oh, society, and just go, well, I call them posers. You know, Stars has been Gothic for a long, long time, and she's now 30.
I'm 33, and I've been Goth, and I worked this out like a couple of days ago. I've been Goth. This is my 16th year of actively dressing Gothic. But as you said, like in the earlier question, like I've always had a Gothic mindset, in the sense that I've always questioned and I've always looked at the darker aesthetics in life and have appreciated it, even though like there was a time in my life where I was always dressing in colour and I used to have a go at her for dressing in black clothes. I kid you not. I used to like pick on her and go, what are you always wearing black clothes for? It looks horrible. And as I grew up and got older and I hit my like early teens, I started realising that that was where I felt comfortable dressing in. But
and plus black is really slimming.
Exactly. For all you fat goth girls out there. And boys.
Exactly.
And boys.
Exactly.
I'm going to do a video soon. I've been asked to do it from the perspective of a goth girl who is fat. So keep a watch out for that, guys. Oh, this is a bit one. What was it like for you dealing with other family members' views on, like, you as a parent, because I know that you were copying stuff from family, because I chose to be who I am and dress the way I dress, but yet family were like giving you the shit for it.
Not very accepting, very much so, and of course then, you know, with a lot of the Italians and probably a lot of different cultures around the world, the way your child is a reflection of you. And for some reason, they always thought that because she was Gothic and had the darker aspects in her personality, that my parenting was arrayed, that something was wrong with my parenting. But it just wasn't like that at all. I was all about self-expression because I was squashed, and I was... my personality was suppressed, coming from a very, very strict Catholic and Italian upbringing. I could not express myself. I was a woman after all. And I vowed and declared, yes, I vowed and declared that if I ever had children, that I would be the absolute opposite. And self-expression is wonderful.
I think like actually is a testament to being a good parent. Not the other way around. Like people in the family actually viewed it as a negative thing on my mum, but I actually think it's the opposite. It's actually a positive thing that she was so embracive, and you know, like she would always say like of going out to the clubs or whatnot. At the time, I'm past the club days now, but when I was younger, she'd always be like, look, I don't mind where you go as long as I know where you are. If you're in trouble or if you need me to pick you up. I rang them, my parents, so many times at 4 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't be asked waiting for the train, or I was just too tired, or I have agoraphobia, and like I was having a bad like mental time while I was out. Mum would always be there to get me. And I think that, you know what, a lot of parents who have kids that aren't goth are like arses, really. I have met a few parents who are not very accepting of their gothic kids, and you know, they miss out. Them as a parent misses out. Not.
I agree. And I think it goes back to what I said earlier, that you're to love your child unconditionally, and that's the thing, regardless of what they do or how they dress and how they express themselves. It should be nurtured. I used to always say to Stasi, you're the most beautiful thing ever. I said, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And, you know, just to, what's the word I'm looking for? Not to verify, just to validate their beauty and validate their individuality is so important. Yes, it gives them the confidence and they don't shy away, and I think it helps them become a better adult. And look at life totally differently. Yes.
Do you think being goth and having these body modifications and whatnot would make me not be able to work in the workplace?
Well, see, but you're not a 9-to-5 type girl. You're not a girl that's going to sit in an office and
we don't like
meet
that
and
kind
greet
of job.
No.
We artists don't like sitting in one spot.
But you also have a gift, a psychic gift, a psychic ability, and I think you should be helping people in that way. You know, being their little beacon, and you know from experiences how wonderful people think you are.
Yeah, it's good
cleansing
fun.
houses, getting rid of ghosties and stuff like that. But
see, my stories aren't just made up fantasies. No, I have.
Oh, they probably think I'm a bigger nutter than you now.
No,
okay.
Not the people on my channel. My channel people are cool.
Yeah.
We're Darkwings. It's the Darkwing crew.
Yeah.
They're
but
awesome.
it's not necessarily your run-of-the-mill job. And yes, no, there are jobs out there, like, you know, apprentice tattoo artist. You help out doing that.
I do.
Setting up for the tattooist.
Taking down and drawing.
Exactly. And there are some people out there that look past
Oh,
modifications, look past the tattoos, look past everything, and they actually see a person, and I think it's fantastic. There should be more of it.
Finally, what would your advice be, basically, to any parents out there who have children who are wanting to be goth or are goth?
Mm-hmm. Basically, sit down and have a chat. Talk to your child and try and understand where they're coming from. It is self-expression, and it's important that you're there for them, and don't shun them. Don't be shocked. Don't, you know, tell them that they're stupid. Tell them that's, you know, only a phase. Don't undermine your children. Don't kill their confidence. You know, they're a precious thing. They need to be nurtured and they need to be guided, and you need to love them and love them unconditionally. I just can't stress that anymore, you know?
So, I mean, there you go. This was my mum. That's not a setup, you can tell. See? My mama. And I guess this video is just seriously trying to show that for baby bats out there, or even if you aren't a baby bat and you have family who are just being really horrible, and you might not be in a position like I am that has an awesome mum, but remember that society's perception of you as a Gothic person is just that. It's just their perception. Remember to live from who you are. And parents out there, I hope maybe this kind of dispels some of the angst that you might be feeling towards the idea and the notion. Know that you're not alone being a parent of a goth person, and I know there's no support groups for it, but just be accepting and love who your kids are, because it's better that they dress this way and have fun being who they are than them lying in a ditch doing drugs and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, this has been a long video, and kudos for you guys sticking it all the way out. Love and honor, and I'm Esoterica, and this is my awesome mama. Peace out.